challenge to give this part, which is the acceptance and induction of new members. How many of you know that we are doing acceptance for the new members? Okay, the next question, what is the acceptance? If you know, not you, Allah.
We ask the members,
Not you, not you, Allah.
we ask the members whether this new member is acceptable or not.
Yes, yes.
Once we have a new member, and someone has to speak for this person in front of the club, and by that they have to agree in all if they allow them to be a part of the club.
Well done. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Should let this member to be outside, accompanied with a surgeon at arms, and then we vote whether we want this member to join us or not. And then we vote the member.
How many clubs are doing as Bird of the Gulf because they are Bird of the Gulf? So you are only kicking the member outside the room and ask the club, are we accepting him? Yes, we are. Okay, bring him. Sometimes, even because of shortage of time, they even doesn't ask the members. Just get him out, bring him back. Wallahi, I saw members asking, why you kick him out? This is unfair. This is unhuman. Why? He should be outside. Why? Are we saying anything wrong about him?
No.
One more thing. What is the steps that you should do for the new member?
Orientation. Mentoring.
Orientation.
Kids. Mentorship. Kids.
Membership kit. What else?
Friend, welcome.
Welcome.
Register.
Register. What else? What is the sequence of this to happen to the new member? Let's see, and let's apply it according to the parliamentary procedures. As you can see in your agenda of the event, it is divided into two segments. The first segment is the business best practice, where these things are happening in the business session. And the second segment, which will be after the break, is the educational best practice. These things which happen in our educational meeting. So in Toastmasters meeting, it is divided into two segments. And I will not add because Diti and Fatma will speak about them. So for new member, we need to do induction ceremony, assign mentor, do new member orientation, and one of the most things that should happen as soon as possible to encourage this new member to take his first role in the upcoming meeting. This is very important to allow him to enroll in the educational part, in his educational journey. So how can we do that? We will speak about each point separately. Voting is an essential and very important thing that we should do for every and each new member. As written in the club constitution, it is mandatory to vote for the new member. Imagine, Toastmasters Club is a closed association. And the acceptance of new members is not allowed except after approval of the current members of the club. Joining Toastmasters International is not open, as written here. Membership is by invitation and election to membership upon favorable vote of at least a majority of active members present and voting in the club in that meeting. So it is by invitation and by election. But because we are always striving for new members to catch one of the awards, sometimes we miss doing that. But we will understand now why we are doing that, what is the background of doing that, on us as a members and on the new member himself. accepting new member. Toastmasters International recommend that new member applications, not the new members as a person. We are accepting the application, not the person. So it is not unhuman. We are accepting his application. And according to that, can we remove a member from our club?
Yes.
Yes
Yes, we're voting again.
or no?
Yes.
He paid his dues.
Yes.
He's a paying member. He's attending. Can we remove him from our club?
Yes.
Yes.
How come?
Everybody is the
Council.
Exactly.
interest of
As we voted on his acceptance in the club, we can also have the right to vote to remove him from the club.
Yes.
But this,
I want to know.
yes, please.
If I want to move them out and excuse, I want to move them out and excuse is on the roster, what I will do with it?
Two things. Either to transfer his membership if he is willing to attend, to join other club, so you can transfer his membership, or to pay back his membership from the club, not all membership, the rest of the months remaining till the end of his membership fees. So you are paying him back the rest of the month. But Toastmasters International will not pay back any member his fees. Okay? Now, I want, please open page 33 in your manual. Page 33. We will do a role play. How can we do the acceptance of new members? There is the script on page 33. I need Sergeant at Arms, President, and new member. Who didn't join? No, you joined last time. I need new members to join, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Mohamed, we need one of you to join us here. Bring your manual, please.
Bring
Yes,
your
please.
manual. Take your manual.
No, no, down better.
Yeah, thank you.
So you
Take
will
your
have more
manual.
space.
Dinesh, you are also, no?
So you are the president of the club.
Okay.
Yes, only 3 more. You are the president of the club. You are the new member, and you are the sergeant at arms. President, please open the map, page 33. Yes. You start from here. And here. So you will read and act accordingly from this page. Not from this page.
We have applications for membership. We have applications for membership from
AOU club.
AOA club.
What's your yeah.
Priyanka, please go outside while we conduct a vote on your membership application.
So we explained here that we are doing a vote not on Bianca, but on her membership application. So it's very important here. So Sergeant at Arms, please take Bianca with you outside. And don't stay outside. Most of the Sergeant at Arms stayed with the member outside. He has the right to vote. So he escort the member outside the room and return back to the club. So escort her here, please. Why he escorted her outside? Can anybody explain that to
So
me?
that she can leave the place, otherwise she will not know where to go.
No. Why did you ask her to leave the room?
So that the proceedings can be done. The proceedings can be done.
This one, not to know how many voted with and how many voted against. Second,
Someone wants to say something not in favor of her.
exactly, not to embarrass her if we are speaking against her application acceptance. Yes,
Some people are spread voting free.
exactly. To have a free votes, to have their rights to vote freely without being affected by Priyanka.
Doctor, question.
Sometimes we will make discussion on the person who brought her. We will say why we want her to be in, and other people they know. No, I know her. She's not good. She will do that. These discussions should not be heard by her. It's not just
Exactly. Yes.
Another word I can use the word FOMO if I agree. I know. Many of the times, in practitioner meeting, we all agree that member can be accepted. What if the club members reject? How do you cope with the
We
situation?
will get
with the member, new member.
Sure. Yes, Dr. Fatma.
Wait.
What Ms. Wafa said. If one member says something about this new member, I have something against the member because I know the member. Okay, but the others do not know, and I couldn't convince all the members of whatever I know. So, and the members voted for that person. How can my vote, one nay vote, be of any effect in the meeting or in the entry?
It will be effective during the discussion part. If you could convince the majority to vote for you or your opinion, it's okay. If you couldn't do that, so the majority vote is the only acceptance vote. So if you couldn't convince them to vote for your idea, so you will be the minority. Your right is there, but the majority has it. Did I
Yeah,
answer?
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
My question.
Yes,
One.
yes,
What if rejected?
yes, this is where we come back. Please, answer.
Alkali also.
I have Priyanka's application. It is in order. Does anybody wish to speak against her being admitted to the club?
Majority of times, most of the times, nobody is speaking against. But if somebody spoke against, and he could convince the majority to vote against the application, how can we tell
Yes, that is
the
what
new member that you are rejected? You cannot join. You go ahead. Yes. Sandy, do you have a thing? Yes.
I would like to raise an objection. She's wearing this color and I don't like it.
No, it is very important here that rejection is not subjected to anything personal. We are speaking about our club. This person may raise negativity in our club. This person has a lot of issues outside other clubs and this may affect our club. This person is not attending in many other clubs and he will not add any value to our club.
This person, whenever he goes to the club is dying, the next club is dying.
No, not to that extent. Yes. Okay, so this is very important. How can we tell the new member that?
Now I am a new member and no one knows me. Just the person who recommend the club for me. How could you know that stands for me? You guys have a lot of negativity, have a lot of personality, bad person. How can you know it?
That's why majority of applications is accepted. Because majority of clubs doesn't know exactly what is the personality. And our role,
You don't know me.
you can have a seat now. The script is there. I don't want to take you.
She has a question.
I will take the question, but I'm answering the first question
But
first.
she is still outside.
Presence of
Again,
mind.
nobody knows
Yeah.
except the one who is recommending you.
Yeah.
So majority of the club will vote with you.
Mhm.
The only case if somebody other than the one who recommended you knows about you, in this only case somebody may vote against and the club may vote against your application.
So it's not a general case.
No, it's the majority of cases
Yeah.
the club accepted. Now how can we tell the member that he is not accepted?
So how do you say that?
Exactly. How do we say that? Yes, Manan.
Since we have taken a decision on voting, that majority has decided that the members shouldn't be in the club. So it would be fair, for the
In front of the council?
no, we don't have to tell in front of the council.
Yes.
We can approach the president or
The VP membership,
we can. That
the,
can
the,
approach
the president will ask the surgeon at arms to bring the new member. We ask him to continue our meeting. If we are doing this in the beginning of the meeting business session, we ask him to continue attending our meeting. And the VP membership, the vice president of membership, will inform him that he will get back to you by email. He will get back to you by email.
At our earliest convenience.
Exactly. And he should return back to him, explaining that due to certain circumstances in our club, we are not able to have a new member in this time. We will not say that the club voted against you.
What if he or she be accepted in another club?
No problem. It's the right of our club to accept or reject. It's the right of our club. Yes, I will take 70, then yes.
Yeah, the point is that even if this person is brand new and you don't know anything about them, when you vote them in, if they then begin to cause problems and negativities in the club,
After a while.
then after a while, then you have the right to vote them out. Yeah, because they were voted in. But if they're not
it's for the
voted
acceptance
in,
for the first time.
exactly.
But here it comes the different majority.
Yes.
For acceptance, we have the majority, which is 50 plus.
One.
To remove a member, you need the majority of 75% of the active members on the roster, not attending the meeting, on the roster to vote against his presence in the club. There are certain things in the club that necessitate the majority of 75%. Not all the decisions or motions are accepted only by 50 plus 1. One of them is to discipline, this is called discipline. Discipline a member in a club. Okay, and there is certain criteria and certain ways of discipline a member in the club. Please go back to your club constitution. Bylaws and club constitution. Yes, sir.
When we accept the member from the best practice is when the server comes bring them in, we stand all of us and clap for them to welcome them to our family and be one of the members in our family.
This is the second thing, which is, yeah, please.
Generally, what I have seen the practice is to encourage people to join Toastmasters. Probably people are talking to their office colleagues or maybe their neighbors or some of their friends. Come to our meeting, attend it, see, join. This is the benefit of Toastmasters. When we have invited them to come, and then at the time of induction, if there is a problem with the members not wanting them to join, how would you communicate this? Because you have actually invited.
Not you.
I mean, as a
you.
member.
Again, it's the VP membership in a most decent way.
Yeah.
And this is not happening every day. In my whole Toastmaster journey, I saw it once. In my whole Toastmaster journey, I saw it once. But this is not a regular thing that we should consider. We are considering the way we did it now in front of you. The way we did it in front of you. Now, returning back to the page 33, because of time, we can answer the rest of questions. Returning back to page 33. Now, do we do the acceptance and the induction in the same meeting? Do we do the acceptance and induction in the same meeting?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Yes, no, yes.
Yes.
Who is with no? Okay. We can do both. We can do it in the same meeting if we have time and prepare ourselves to that. But for the best practice, induction should be done in another special meeting. Why? Yes, Elif.
If the member pays,
Yeah.
it's the club, but
This is one. Second, we have to do the other 4 things that we should do. Assign
Assign
mentors,
mentors.
prepare for the first role. During his induction, the mentor should be assigned, and he should also give his agreement to mentor this new member. Yes, Yeti Musa.
What if he's already a member of some other club?
No problem. We are considering him for our club as a new member.
He's an experienced member.
He is an experienced member, but for our club, he is a new member for our club. What is the most important part in induction of new member, and most of the clubs doesn't do?
New member orientation.
Oath.
Open the first page in your manual, where is the club mission, the district mission is there.
Oath. He should take the oath.
What is written in the middle, the lower middle of the page? Can anybody tell me? Yes, Toastmasters promises. How many of you, as a new member, read this Toastmasters promises to follow? Myself, I read it also, but yes, majority of us, this is the first time to see. Huh? Now, what is the first point in these promises? How many of us attending meetings regularly? One of them, by the way, is our meeting, and we promise to attend.
Yes.
All those Toastmasters who didn't attend, they promised to attend. The second was, or is, the second promise.
Bring new members.
No, the second one. Yes. So those who are not bringing the manual, those who never read the objectives of their speeches, they promised to do that. That's why one of the most important things during induction is to read these promises in front of the new members that you are inducting, and tell them that these are the promises that you should follow. The third thing, after finishing this part of promises, you will ask all members of club to stand up by the gavel. Who is doing the induction? Exactly, the presiding officer. Mostly the president. If the president is not there, the VP education. The VP membership role is not to induct the new members. The president is the one who chairs the meeting and chair the business session, where new member is one of or part of the new business items.
But
Yes.
in books where I read it, it's only VP membership who does the induction.
Where did you read that? Okay. I'm giving you the materials with the reference pages. Okay. This is our issue, that we used to hear things from different places. This material is designed with a reference number and reference pages in each manual. We are using only the Toastmasters manual. Now, the third thing that we should take care of, to ask the members to stand up and promise the new member that they will help him during his educational and Toastmaster journey. So first, we accept the new member. Second, assign mentor. Third, do the induction. During the induction, we have to emphasize on the promises of Toastmasters. Then at the end of the induction, we ask the members of the club to stand up and promise in return the new member that they will support and help him during his Toastmaster journey, especially by positive feedback, especially by positive evaluation during his projects. Yes.
Okay. I have been inducting my members so far as I'm doing class president membership. What I used to do was on the form that I give to them to sign, it's written, all the Toastmaster promises are written, and there's like a slot for them to sign. And in that
Yes.
slot is written, by signing this, you agree to all these promises.
Yes.
And then after that, I don't have them repeat the promises in the induction. Is that
Very
right?
good. It is right, but for my recommendation as best practice, at least emphasize on the 3 first points and the last 2 points. At least you have to emphasize on the 5 points that will affect the club.